Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. You are in Danny's gallery yet again. Welcome. And we're going to be talking about hair. So let's get into it. Let's talk about this hybrid hairstyle that I have in right now. So currently this style is about 4 weeks old, but I had to give you guys a video talking about it, how I did it, the results of it, the pros and cons, etc., because there's not a lot of videos on YouTube talking about hybrid installs. So I had this hair in right now. It's been about like 4 weeks. This hair isn't styled at all. I had it wrapped at night, woke up, just brushed it down. So it's a little frizzy, but it's still giving very much natural. I purchased 3 bundles, purchased 2 bundles, 1 bundle for tape-ins. 2 bundles, I have 2 bundles in the back, tape-ins in the front, 40 pieces. That's how it goes. As you can see, it's pretty full, y'all, and this hair is deep wave. It's a deep wave bundle. Yeah, wait. Let's get this together. 3 bundles of deep wave, and this is the hair blown out and straightened. And my hair is straightened too, obviously. So yeah, the only hair that I have left out is from right here on up and the perimeter of my head. So let me show you guys. Yeah. Okay, she is that girl. She is that girl. Okay, this hybrid install, baby. Okay, I love it here. I love it here. But yeah, if you want to know how this style came together, how I did it, and all the details, all right guys, so as I mentioned, this is just 1 bundle of the tape-ins that I'm going to use only on the top of my head. This is 40 pieces, and this is the deep wave. I got this hair from Ali Pearl. Solid 4 out of 10. Don't recommend. It shedded a lot, and it had that smell, that chemical egg type smell. Y'all know what smell I'm talking about. Yeah, so even after 2 washes, that smell still stayed in there. And this is the regular bundle, the wefted bundle right next to it. So you see how it's kind of like a brown color 4 and the tape-ins is like a 1. Yeah, so love Ali Pearl for everything else. Tape-ins, not so much. These are the items that I bought to put highlights in the hair before I installed it. I did not end up using that cinnamon color there because I did use a 10 volume developer. So it lightened the hair just enough, not too bright. It was just the perfect shade of like spiced amber, and I loved it. And you guys will see that later on in the video. All right, prep work is complete. Bundles are washed and conditioned. Hair is washed and blow dried. Y'all gonna ignore that little bald patch in the front, baby. I'll talk about it later. But moving onward. Here I separated the top of my hair from the bottom. I separated it from ear to ear. The top part is the only place where the tape-ins are going to go. And the crown and the back of my head is going to be braided down and sewn up, okay? Ignore the blemishes, y'all. This is you getting a very raw look right now. I just got off my cycle. Skin was kicking my butt. But we're gonna pull it together at the end. And this is a final look of how I separated my hair and left the perimeter out in the back. And this is all the hair that I have left out in the back in case I wanted to do a ponytail. So I'm just going to braid my hair straight to the back. If you're familiar with this braiding pattern, you already know what I'm doing. If not, then I'm just going to braid straight to the back until I am maybe 3 inches, 2 to 3 inches off my scalp, and then leave the rest hanging. And then I'm going to start a new braid and then bring that other braid up to finish that last braid. So yeah, this is what I'm doing, guys. Hopefully it makes sense and you can catch on to what I'm doing if you're not already familiar. Okay, this is how the braiding pattern looks once it's complete. And then I'm going to take this braid, this last braid hanging, and sew that down so that everything is connected. And now it's ready for the extensions. Excuse the lighting, guys. I'm doing the best I can in my small little bathroom, but this is how the bundles look once they've been washed, and I put the highlights in them. Love, love, love how the highlights came out. It's exactly what I was trying to do and what I was looking for. Here I'm going right in and sewing the extensions right onto my braids. I didn't use a net at all for this part, just because it's very important for me to be able to touch my scalp, especially when it's time for me to wash my hair. I need to be able to really get in there. But if you do prefer the sewing net, whenever you do have a sew-in done on your hair, then by all means. A stylist once told me that it's completely optional and it's just your preference. So as you guys can see, I am just feeling my way through here to sew the wefts down. I don't have a mirror in front of me. What I'm doing is just grabbing the wefts. I feel for the weft below it, and then I sew right on top. Once I made it to the crown of my head, I started to sew just a single weft down at a time so that it will be very flat on the top of my head, but still sewing down on top of each other, if that makes sense. Not literally right on top of each other, but stacking them on top of each other so that if you were to get a strong gust of wind, you won't be exposed, sis. But yeah, so again, I did single wefts, sew single wefts down at the very top of the sew-in. I doubled the wefts in the middle and did single wefts in the very back of my head. So I could do a high ponytail if I want to, and it'll lay flat. But also it'll lay flat on top by doing the single wefts. And by doubling it in the middle, I will still achieve that volume that I wanted. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Now that the back is complete and everything is sewn down, this is what it looks like. And here I'm just separating the hair so you guys could see, even if I were to catch a strong gust of wind, I am still safe. Now I am taking down my hair. I'm going to straighten it and trim the ends to prepare for the tape ends. At this point, it's about maybe 2:30 in the morning. So if I look very exhausted and unamused, you know why. Once I knew where I wanted my part, which would be a side part, I did not want a middle part for the style. I just parted an additional 1.5 inches on each sides of the part to create a quote-unquote leave out. And I'm going to also leave the very front perimeter of my hair out. And that's very important when it comes to tape ends. And then once that's tucked away and braided down, now I'm going right in with the tape ends. As you guys can see, I laid the tape in on top of the hair, of the piece of hair, and I'm laying the other tape in on top of that. As far as the tape ends, I could not do my hair on camera because it was literally a learning process for me. So You know, I tried to do it on camera, but y'all, the paranoia within me, I needed to get it right, and I needed a mirror in front of me, not a camera. But when I redo this style, maybe next month, I got y'all. I'm gonna show y'all how this came together, give y'all all the details, but for now, I'm just gonna give you guys a brief look on how the style came together, but a better video is to come soon. So this is half of the front of my hair complete. I have 12 to 13 pieces. Honestly, I think it's 13 pieces installed on this side because, again, I do have a side part here. The only thing that I would change is how close together I installed the tape-ins right next to the part on the very top there, because as you see, when I flip that over, it's just a lot of hair right there. So that was my one mistake. But I did make sure to install these tape-ins at an angle. So whether you want to wear a very high ponytail or low ponytail, make sure that you are installing the tape-ins at that angle, because what you would hate to do is end up pulling your hair or pulling the tape-ins too much just to try to get it to lay flat in a ponytail. Precisely. You see how flat that just lays and how natural it looks? That's exactly what we want for this style. And I love it. I love it so much, y'all. Again, this is my very first time doing this, and I am not a professional. I'm just a girl that loves trying different styles. So it was still a learning process for me, but at the same time, I love how this came out, especially for my very first time. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below, or any advice and tips. I am open and I'm more than willing to take them and hear from you guys. So yeah, feel free to let me know. Now that the hardest part is done and this install is complete, now I'm going to go in and give her some body and some layers and pull this girl together. Let's go. Ay, ay, bow, bow. Anywho, yeah, so I left town literally hours after completing this hairstyle. So this is me getting myself together in Bessie's bathroom, glam squad in full effect, because we did end up going out that night. So this is the final look, y'all. Look at that. Okay, I cleaned up quite nice, if I do say so myself. Thank you all for watching. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. And that's it. Bye, guys.